Hello, Mr. Eispraat, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, for having me.
I have a question that I'd like to address to you. I'd like to start first by asking if you have any reactions to the panel discussion that we just heard, and more generally, a little bit about your thoughts on the Energiewende.
Sorry, I didn't catch your question. I think the connection is not so good.
Okay, let me ask that again. If you have any reactions to our panel discussion that we just heard, and in the larger context of the Energiewende.
Exactly. What has been addressing that, in particular, local capacity building is a very important issue. As a company, we are also active in Africa through local partners, and training the local partners is a basic element to develop the capacity building. Other issue what was addressed, in particular, if we speak about energy transition in worldwide, around 2 billion people are around electricity. That also decentralized renewable energy is a part of the energy transition, and that's where we have been active since many years. The last 20 years we have been in this field. And it's only possible if those projects are supported by World Bank, African Development Bank, which is improving, in particular, also the social welfare in those countries.
You just mentioned about being in the renewable energies business for about 20 years, but BAE Batteries stretches back around 120 years. Now that has seen so much. We saw the beginning of electrification, we saw fossil fuel age, and we're now looking at renewable energy. Can you tell me a little bit about what you see as the major challenges of the energy transition?
Sorry, can you please the last question repeat it again?
Of course. What do you see as the major challenges of the energy transition?
The major challenge is to find for the right application the right technical solution. If we look back, the fuel cell, for example, has been developed already 30 years ago, and it's still in a certain development stage. If we look at the actual developments, in particular also in Germany, we see that hydrogen is in particular moving forward. And it looks like actually, for example, hydrogen, or some years ago, biomass is the sole solution for the energy transition. But every technology has its application, and I think the future is to find the right matrix between the different technologies. And a part of it will be that the energy will be stored where it is consumed, not only in Africa, where we speak about decentralized renewable energy. And we see also developments in Germany. If we look at even fossil power plants, that they store the energy in batteries to supply the energy to the moment when it's needed and to store it in batteries. So also batteries are an essential element for the energy transition in the future, not only in Germany, but worldwide. And what we very often forget is also to look at the cost of the storage. And some technologies are in a development stage. And if you look at the kilowatt hour cost, then if you compare them with a fossil fuel cost, they are still extremely higher. So that means that there is a need for improving the technologies in such a way that technologies become competitive compared to fossil energy, and also to have the possibility to store the energy decentralized. And in particular, also in Germany, part of the discussion could be, do we need 7,000 kilometers more of electrical network, or do we develop decentralized storage? And that's the biggest challenge. Also, if we look at the lobbying of different organizations, you sometimes see that there is no real interest from certain institutions to develop also the field of renewable energy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ijspaert. You're saying energy stored where it's consumed, and that will need more discussion.